Hey everyone, welcome back to Motionplex.
Grandpa used to tell me that the rocks become restless.
It's widely known in the Western world that animation is often stereotypically linked to content intended for young children.
गुड मॉर्निंग सॉस्के
मिस योशी अभी मैं बिजी हूँ आपसे बाद में मिलता हूँ
कैसा तुम चाहो
However, in Japan, cartoons cater to audiences of all ages, spanning from the young to the elderly and everyone in between. While Studio Ghibli is frequently compared to Disney in Japan, labeling them as such would do an injustice to the rich and expansive worlds they create with each artistic stroke. In this video, we will delve into Studio Ghibli's imaginative realms that transcend the boundaries of traditional animation frames. Before we start, ensure that you don't forget to check Motionplex, a platform for creators that provides courses created by industry specialists. Now let's kick off our discussion. Studio Ghibli has become the contemporary benchmark for stunning and imaginative animation. Renowned for producing acclaimed films such as Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Howl's Moving Castle. The studio has garnered global praise for its profound sense of imagination and commitment to delivering high-quality releases. What sets Studio Ghibli's movies apart is not just their quality, but also a distinctive essence that distinguishes them from Disney, DreamWorks, or Leica films. This uniqueness is attributed to three fundamental aspects that form the essence of nearly every Studio Ghibli film: imagery, storytelling, and music. Over the span of 23 feature films since 1985, Studio Ghibli has crafted a set of expectations in these three domains, providing viewers with a consistent experience across their productions. Notably, the works of animator and director Hayao Miyazaki, including masterpieces like Spirited Away and Castle in the Sky, exhibit a certain coherence. Given that Miyazaki has played a significant role in writing and directing over half of Studio Ghibli's feature films, and with 5 of his works ranking among the top 10 highest-grossing anime films, we will primarily focus on his contributions. Let's begin our exploration with the first aspect: imagery. Studio Ghibli really cares about how things look in their movies. They create big, detailed worlds around their characters, and they show them off in wide shots that make you go, wow! Some movies, like My Neighbor Totoro and Princess Mononoke, try to look natural with themes about nature and taking care of the environment, but other movies, like Spirited Away and Castle in the Sky, go for a more magical and fantastical look. When you see these amazing settings, it can be so powerful that you forget about the characters for a moment. Now let's talk about the characters. They are usually elegant but simple. Since Studio Ghibli likes to draw everything by hand, the characters have to be simple but still stand out. They use 1 or 2 main colors for the clothes, adding a few highlights to make them relatable and charming. While other animated characters might be more detailed, Studio Ghibli saves the fancy details for the backgrounds. Human characters all have a similar look, with simple heads, a little dip between the forehead and jaw, and features like the nose and mouth drawn with simple lines. But through the way they draw them, these features become expressive. This style helps Studio Ghibli make new characters that still feel like they belong to the same family, They use things like different clothes and small changes in the face to make each character unique but familiar. When it comes to the overall look, even though individual things might seem simple, every shot and background is filled with lots of details, making the whole viewing experience rich and interesting. Studio Ghibli pays attention to the little things that create a certain feeling in their movies. From messy brooms to old and dusty objects, from old buildings falling apart to wild and overgrown landscapes, they fill their films with things that might not be important to the story, but make the world feel real. This focus on details shows how much Studio Ghibli cares about how their movies look. Now let's move on to storytelling. To tell a captivating story, storytellers engage in a process known as world building, where they construct an immersive setting for their narrative. Studio Ghibli, known for its exceptional films, excels in the art of world building, creating a delicate balance between fantasy and reality.
But I swear, I am going to be the one to prove it.
Through meticulous animation and attention to detail, Ghibli's animators breathe life into the worlds envisioned by the writers and storytellers. Despite the inherent challenge of building everything from scratch in animation, Ghibli consistently achieves a tactile and realistic feel in its films. Animator Hayao Miyazaki emphasizes the importance of realism in anime, even in fictional worlds. Ghibli's approach to animating movement is a key aspect of their success. The characters' interactions with their environment, the flow of their clothes and hair, all these elements contribute to the illusion of physics and add a sense of realism. This attention to movement helps ground viewers in the animated world, creating a connection even in fantastical settings. In the words of Hayao Miyazaki, their emotions will become yours, and as is often said, you'll become both an animator and an actor. Miyazaki views animators as actors who must understand and empathize with their characters. By delving into their motivations, animators become both storytellers and actors, translating emotions into animated sequences. While animation allows for bending or breaking the rules of the real world, Ghibli achieves immersive realism by maintaining an underlying familiarity with the characters and their world. Ghibli's world building extends beyond the main storyline. In films like Spirited Away, the meticulous detailing of the bathhouse, its employees, and their daily routines adds depth and richness to the world. Ghibli's world building isn't a mere backdrop. It creates a sense of reality that goes beyond the edges of the screen. This is particularly evident in wide establishing shots, where every element is purposefully placed to contribute to the overall realism. The importance of proper world building is emphasized in the details of Ghibli's scenes. Every character, action, and element in the background serves a purpose, consciously chosen by the animators. Even seemingly inconsequential details are intentional, contributing to the creation of a well-rounded world that extends beyond the screen. In summary, Studio Ghibli's world building, achieved through meticulous animation and attention to detail, brings depth and richness to their films. The immersive realism they create goes beyond the main narrative, capturing the essence of the characters and their world.
जो लोग अंधेरे में होते हैं उनके लिए रोशनी एक बड़ी उम्मीद होती है, इसलिए तुम्हारा यहाँ रहना जरूरी है.
Now, let's move on to our final topic, music. From the very start of Studio Ghibli's films, a distinct and unique sound identity emerges, establishing a signature aural personality that evolves throughout the cinematic experience. In My Neighbor Totoro, Miyazaki crafts a serene atmosphere, filling the airy and whimsical boreas setting with the sounds of grubs, bugs, and birds, prioritizing nature. These natural sounds are juxtaposed with fantastical, almost Looney Tunes-like effects for Totoro and the forest sprites, creating a charming and contrasting auditory experience. On the flip side, Princess Mononoke utilizes nature as a backdrop to brutality, immersing the audience in a world of blood, fire, speed, and violent displays of strength. The sound design adds power and momentum to the dynamic and vicious actions, turning each moment into a visceral experience. The screeching arrows, swift sword swipes, and explosive effects create a sonic landscape that heightens the intensity of the images on the screen. Sound, as a powerful tool in a filmmaker's arsenal, serves various purposes. It communicates tone, builds atmosphere, and maintains the illusion of movement. In animation, sound gives texture and depth to the two-dimensional images, allowing viewers to feel the crunchiness of grass or the weight of a plane. It transforms the act of watching into a full sensory experience, where the audience not only observes the world, but lives in it. Studio Ghibli's audio brand is characterized by giving each movie a unique theme, while generally relying on orchestral instrumental scores and sparingly using interactive songs, often reserved for the credits. This approach allows for variations on the musical themes within a movie, creating auditory cohesion while adapting to different scenes' tones. This approach creates a distinctive yet cohesive auditory experience, tying together important scenes and offering a familiar melody presented differently to suit the movie's overall tone. In conclusion, Studio Ghibli has developed a formula that consistently garners critical acclaim and celebration over the years. This formula, marked by a meticulous approach to sound, inspires close examination and admiration for the patterns that have defined the studio's success. Recognizing a studio that has remained thought-provoking and dedicated to its craft for over 38 years, it is worth acknowledging and saluting this team for continually producing films that captivate our imaginations. If you enjoyed watching this video and would like to share your thoughts, please let us know in the comments section below. Also, consider subscribing to our channel to get updates on more videos like this. Moreover, we recommend you to explore Motionplex, a platform that offers courses on animation, VFX, game design, and cinematography created by industry professionals. You can find the link to Motionplex in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.